my foot doing a plank for too long.
A plank?
Yeah, it's planking, and I guess like
as a joke or as an exercise?
Well, as exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I was just trying to prove to my friend I could do it longer than her.
Did you win?
Yeah, and then but did I really win? Because I like hyperextended like my toes or something, and like my foot's been bothering me all week. And is there exercises you do for foot strength? Because I feel like that's a problem I have.
Yeah, I mean, like there's when I do yoga, there's like some weird toe exercises they
Mm-hmm.
have me do, and they're probably not much different than just hyperextending your foot. That's really what it is.
I guess that's what you do. Yeah, it's because like, oh, you want to strengthen your neck? Just do some bridges. Okay.
Do the thing that hurts your neck. That's how you strengthen it.
All right. Yeah, so, but based on that, though, it's better now, finally, but this week I was like, someone needs to declare a national emergency about this. My feet aren't very strong.
I mean, it feels like we're just declaring national emergencies about everything these days.
Yeah. And then oh shit, this emergency is real serious, I'm gonna go play golf.
Well, I mean, I'm a very serious man. I have a very serious day. I better install a $50,000 golf simulator in my very serious house.
Sounds right.
Did you hear about that? He installed a golf simulator in the White House.
Why doesn't he use it?
Or I think he does. That's why the shutdown lasted so long.
Well, yeah, apparently he doesn't do anything all day, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of executive time in the golf room.
Executive time. Man, it must be nice to be rich and then not have to do anything. People just work for you to give you money.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree, except for he's the president. I have a real problem with the president not actually doing work.
Oh yeah, but I think he just saw his mentality of being a rich guy.
Yeah, he just thinks he thinks he's still Donald Trump, not President Donald Trump. Which I guess in the long run is probably better for all of us.
Yeah, it's probably better for his mentality too.
There's something I want to talk to you about before we got into the.
Oh, was it that Grimes is no longer dating Elon Musk?
Oh no, I didn't know.
If I had like the party horn.
When you get like a radio show sound effects in here.
Yeah, Grimes isn't dating Elon Musk anymore. So, sorry, I have to move to. I bet she probably lives in LA now. But I was gonna say Toronto or Edmonton. He's Canadian.
Ottawa.
Yeah, I guess I'll just slide into the DMs on Twitter. That's all Elon Musk did. I'm not
rich
like him, but I'm like a lot more attractive.
That's in the eye of the beholder.
All right. I think I got quite a bit on Elon Musk.
Yeah, everything was about the cash.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you hold a plank longer than Elon Musk?
I'm sure I can. Well, because my friend that holds a plank longer than is like the fittest woman I know.
And you held a plank. I mean, sometimes.
Well, I have more upper body strength than she does, obviously.
I mean, sometimes if I'm home alone and I'm watching a movie, I'll just sit on the floor and hold a plank while I watch a movie. But that's the extent of it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't do planks too often because I know they're effective, but I don't like to sound like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't feel the pump from it. So like,
I don't feel the pump.
Yeah.
I don't feel it.
So I'll just hurt my neck and my back doing like.
I gotta get my Arnold voice in because we were doing that.
Well, he doesn't speak very much in this.
No, he's a lot of grunting. But this is back in the Hibernian age when these gods.
Which isn't real.
No, it's
real
not.
Age.
It's Robert Howard's imagination.
It's his. So like Lord of the Rings is the mythical version of like Old English Viking sagas. The Hibernian Age is his like mythical version of Celtic Old English Viking shit too.
Yeah, and there was like Eastern elements to it. It's really like his idea of like the way the world was.
Well, I was reading
before ancient Greece.
So he's got like every race that appears in the Hyborian Age, the Conan and Cole stuff, corresponds to like an existing ethnic cultural group of like the medieval period. Like Conan, obviously, it's Conan. His name's Conan. He worships Crom, which might be Cromcrook or Cromdoof, which are Irish.
Conan the Cimmerian.
Yeah, pre-Christian.
I think they said it wrong in this movie, but it's pronounced Cimmerian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it would be like Cimmerian since it's Irish or Celtic. Because C's pronounced like K's a lot of the time.
I'm pretty sure it's Cimmerian. Howard wanted to pronounce Cimmerian.
Oh, well, anyways, yeah, so fucking Conan's supposed to be like an Irish guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the movie is very loosely based. I have never. There's obviously like all these like stories written after Robert Howard died. Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan.
Like the comics, especially.
Yeah, and then there was even short stories written after he died, and so I mean, it's all like weird fan fiction shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the actual Robert Howard stories, Conan in this movie is not all that similar to him.
Well, he's got Cole the Conqueror's backstory instead of Conan.
Yeah.
Oh, Cole the Conqueror was also created by Robert E. Howard.
Was it?
Yeah.
He created Ren Sonia too. I don't know if you guys remember that
I remember Ren Sonia.
I think they said they're gonna remake. I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't think they need to remake it. They need to remake this movie though. I want to remake this movie. I want to make it just slightly weirder, more psychedelic.
I want to kind of take it more back to the stories themselves a little bit, but
I mean the plot can totally change. There's just I fucking love this movie.
There's lots of good shit in it. There's some parts there's a lot of blood and tits. I remember watching this as a kid, and I clearly watched it on like TV because there's way more blood and tits than I remember.
I don't know if it was always on TV because I definitely remember the scene where before he gets set free and he's basically just a dog, which is funny because his name was Conan. And they like bring a woman to him so he can mate and be strong. I remember seeing like that woman naked in my childhood.
But maybe you just have a more vivid memory of it
than
I do.
But I was like, I don't remember this. But I really love this movie. I love the soundtrack, even though sometimes it's kind of triumphant when it shouldn't be.
That's what I know. Like, what I had it a couple times in here. Like, what movie do they think they're scoring at this point? Like, the soundtrack is very good at some points, and I love it. And then there's sometimes, like, when we go through it, I'll point it out because it's in my notes. But like specifically off the top of my head, when they do the first gladiator fight between Conan and the Tooth Man. Like, the music is, like, really triumphant, and, like, there's a lot of punchy horns. And I'm like, that's not that right here.
Well, the first time I noticed it was, like, basically right at the beginning when Scum Gang shows up to kill his family. Mm-hmm. And it's showing them riding, like, down his family and shit, and the music's like, dun, 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 dun. It's like, are we supposed to like these guys? They're just killing everybody, huh?
Conan's backstory, from what I remember in the books, he's just, like, a blacksmith's son. Up in Cimmeria, and he starts doing war real young when he's like 13, 14. He just gets a taste for the adventuring life and just goes off and starts the adventures.
Yeah, like I think he doesn't have a backstory really.
Yeah, well, chronologically, the first, and I will stop mentioning the Robert Howard books after this, but the first story ever written is Conan as a king. He's king of Apollonia? I can't remember how to pronounce it now. But he's the king already. He's an old man.
He's queen of Aquilon. Hey, Aquilon.
But I think the first story chronologically, he's already outside of Cimmeria. He's what would most of the world would consider the far north, but he's still considered north of there. For the Cimmerians are still from.
He's beyond the wall.
Yeah, basically.
Beyond the pale.
But yeah, as far as I know, he's just a blacksmith's son.
Hey, the phrase "beyond the pale" is it based off the historical the Pale, which is what Rome called the far part of Ireland that they didn't really venture to? So going beyond the pale would be like.
I believe so. That's my understanding, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I guess I could check that on.
It's something you can Google after this.
Yeah.
It's not wasting my time.
Conan the Barbarian is what we watched. Solid 2-hour movie.
1982. This is Space Force. I'm Sean. That's
Kyle. I'm gonna change my name to.
I feel like you should have them prepared already.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to have a cooler Irish name.
Cuchulainn.
Cuchulainn. Oh, there's some Cuchulainns in this movie. I mean, well, I guess
an actors or
no, there's just some dogs that are really tough. Maybe the town of Conan. Yeah, so it's directed by John Milius, who's not. He's a famous movie guy, but not so much for directing, more producing and writing. Mm-hmm. He also helped get the UFC started.
Wow.
So, I mean, you can see the seeds
you can see some UFC.
Yeah, like, he's like, wait a minute, when they're filming those gladiatorial scenes, he's like,
oh man, I'm hard right now.
It's like, what's this feeling? That's pretty much all you know about the backstory. Oliver Stone wrote it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a screenplay. Heavily changed by John Milius himself.
Yeah, I'm going to guess that. I imagine Oliver Stone probably kept it more...
it was closer to the...
grounded. I don't know about... It might be different.
Oh, well, so it's closer to the origins of Conan from Robert E. Howard's story, where like background story wasn't too big a deal. But it was also, rather than being a distant past mystical world, it would be a distant post-apocalyptic future that just returned to this kind of mystical world. Which I'm like, it seems kind of convoluted, but I think it would have worked either way and been exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, Oliver Stone's cool is barely getting his start when he did this. So the documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger coming to America and getting buff and stuff was like kind of popular or whatever. But this movie Conan is really like this is what started his career.
You can see it. You know, he's got the chops. I'm Conan.
Who sounds real Austrian. And that's all the backstory we need about this movie. There's not too much to it. Soundtrack is really good. I love that there's only dialogue when it's necessary. Like,
yeah, it's very.
I'm
very
tired
sparse.
of this dialogue shit in movies.
Well, I mean, it's like Conan. Arnold's not going to deliver any great dialogue, so you got to be careful.
Well, also like I don't. Conan the character is just kind of like he just gets shit done.
Oh, he doesn't talk much.
He's like, whatever, man. And then the narration's like...
Yeah, fuck your narration is what I have right here. The thing I like is that the narrator is completely unreliable. But it's jarring.
I fucking love this movie, watching as an adult. I don't know why. It's like, this is my favorite movie we've watched, I think.
Really?
But...
I mean, I like it.
Oh, not Return of the Living Dead. I mean, Return of the Living Dead's the best. But,
Flash Drug. Sex magic? Yeah, there's a lot of sex magic.
There's a lot of Ubermensch individuality, pro-fascist kind of elements to this movie, and I know Robert Howard's been accused of that too.
You know, Arnold wasn't a Hitler Youth, I believe.
What? He wasn't even alive then, was he?
Yeah, he was, wasn't he? He was a good little boy.
He'd have to be like the littlest boy. Oh shit, he's the smallest. But yeah, so I feel uncomfortable saying I love this movie about like white man exceptionalism, but because it starts.
James Earl Jones is exceptional in
this right.
movie.
Well, here's the thing: another sort of the movie starts with the Nietzsche quote, right? Mm-hmm. Which is just about
the famous badass Friedrich Nietzsche.
Well, he's the one who created the idea of the Ubermensch.
Yeah, but I know.
But... All right, but the Ubermensch or the Superman isn't exactly the same as how Nazis interpreted it either. But so that's I don't know. Like, is this movie like pro-fascist or is it just about exceptionalism? Is exceptionalism really real? I don't know. I have a lot of personal feelings I need to work out about this movie. But for now, I just like it because it's really pulpy and fucking weird.
I'm trying to look up right now if Hitler was, or if Arnold was in the Hitler Youth before we go on. But I mean, are you saying that you're afraid you're secretly a Nazi?
Oh, maybe I'm just like, well, maybe maybe I do believe some of these things. Well, I do believe in like the power of conflict. You know what I mean? Like physical and intellectual, the satisfaction of like conquest in a certain way. Mm-hmm. Not like genocidal means or sociopolitically, but like if you get in a fight, it fucking feels good to win. Or even if you just like sparring or boxing or hitting the heavy, but like physical conflict like feels cool.
Yeah, I guess. I would just pose it to you this way. Of course, it feels good to win because it feels real shitty to lose.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you're right. Because you know what? I don't like losing very much. That's one of my least favorite feelings. I don't know. I guess there's more to it, but really he's just like going around punching shit, having sex, killing fools, chopping the heads off snakes, getting like riches and rubies and stuff, and going on adventures. And I'm like, yeah, Conan's got the life. And he doesn't do anything crazy like killing kids or like rape or anything like that's awkward.
He kind of does rape a little bit.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I mean, he's a slave at the time, so they give him...
I'll tell you, he's getting raped too, kind of.
A little bit. He seems to want to have sex, and she seems to be very nervous.
She's terrified of his traps.
Yeah, that's what it is. If you were only so much smaller. She's German too. Oh, please, you are so strong, Mr. Conan.
There's a part in it where when Arnold first has sex with his female counterpart, the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is just
She has a weird name. I don't remember what it is. Like Shalada.
No, it's like me. No, I don't remember. But while watching this, like, this is a little bit too Nordic for me. This seems kind of. I can't believe I blanked on his name. Look, great German composer. Hitler loved him.
Oh, Werner Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner.
Wagner.
I just, like, when I was watching it, I was like, this is what, like, Wagner's operas were about. This shit right here.
So it starts out with that shitty fucking narration.
Yeah.
We get some. Well, I guess I should say there's like a little montage of steel being forged.
Yeah, they're making a sword, but they're like casting it.
Yeah.
Which I think would make it just break.
But yeah, they're just pouring into a mold.
Which that's not how you can make swords.
I think it's part of the process.
And
there's some pounding out after that, isn't there? I don't know. I'm not a blacksmith.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't.
What is the riddle of steel?
The riddle of steel is. I think Thulsa Doom's actually right when he's like, yeah, steel's pretty cool, but what about the hand that wields the steel? It's like, oh shit, that is the real riddle of steel. He just took it too far.
That was his
to be honest, yeah. Yeah, cool music starts too, and you're like, oh, all right. You see this tough sword. We learn about Crom.
Yeah, from Conan's dad, who's like Karen in this, I think.
Yeah, he lives in the dirt. He's a dirt god.
The opening of this is very similar to Beastmaster.
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously part 2 of our Sword and Sorcery Retrospective.
Yeah, this is. I think this is just how adventure stories start.
Your village getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Every like RPG I've played, like Western RPG.
Yeah, because they're all going off of these old stories. But I would say that this is not the only way to do it. Conan actually doesn't start this way. He just starts adventuring.
Yeah, which is better. Like he's just. You know what? I got a taste for adventure. Later, everyone.
Yeah. See you, Mom.
I'll be back. No, but his whole village is killed. Killed. But Crom, they don't say.
Conan's dad is not as cool as the Beastmaster's dad.
No, he's a wimp. He just gets axed in the back. He also, Crom. So Crom's just from Robert E. Tower, right?
Mm.
But they don't. I mean, like he's obviously they're talking about. One of the Irish deities.
Well, that's the thing.
Well, I'm going to say it was Crom Dubh.
I would say that like Robert Howard isn't necessarily interested in creating his own world necessarily, or spending a lot of time world building with like names and shit. So he's just going to taking existing names and then kind of repurposing them.
I did a little bit of research about Conan as a character because I was like, why is he called Conan? Why is he talking about Crom? Because obviously I like Irish mythology. I was like, So I was like, I better look into it. And the way they describe, well, then that's when I learned he's got like 13 races that are all mystical versions of other cultures. And then the Cimmeria, or Cimmeria, where Conan's from, sounds just like a spooky mythological version of Ireland. It's like, oh, it's dark all the time, it's rainy, and there's.
Yeah, did you read the poem?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay.
The first narration from this actually is a little bit like the poem. It's like they took the poem and just made it real shitty.
Yeah, so my thing is, well, obviously he's taking some one-to-one inspiration from, like, actual cultures, but then he's just kind of like, alright, good enough, time to start writing.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly
Which I don't think is bad at all. He's just like, fucking great idea, let's go.
Well, he's also a pulp writer, too, so, he's got a deadline, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because
he's got bills to pay.
He just thrown it into anthologies and stuff. It'd be cool if you could still do that. I guess you just do it on Amazon now.
I don't think no, it's not like anthologies on Amazon. You can just throw up one story on
Well, that's
Amazon.
what I mean. You just do like short little pulp stories and throw on Amazon.
$1.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's really tried to do that.
I think that's, well, they're erotic stories.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I mean.
I'm sure there's a pulp community of some kind.
What's strong?
I don't know, because, man.
Well, the other thing, too, is like pulp was kind of like, there's some drawings in there.
Yeah, there's like a fan-fiction element to it. Or I guess fanfiction seems to be the pulp equivalent.
The modern pulp equivalent.
Yeah, because people are like, oh, I want to write about fucking Judge Dredd getting his dick sucked by Superman. But you can't post that on Amazon because they're trademark characters.
Yeah, well, they have some trademark characters you can use. Like, you can use, that Rags have put up, like, you can use Kilgore Trout of Kurt Vonnegut fame.
Oh, well, I guess... You can have him.
Oh, have Kilgore Trout's getting his dick sucked by Superman. You know how much Kilgore Trout loves aliens.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, fanfiction is weird. Fan communities in general are weird because of the internet. The internet's kind of made a lot of stuff weird.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, they got the sword. Fast forward, scum gang. The first dude who shows up, he's got those tattoos all over his body. This is what made the scum gang.
He doesn't match the aesthetics of anybody else.
Well, no, because scum gang is like the crew that Takeshi 6ix9ine is part of.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying this guy doesn't match the aesthetics of his.
So I was like, damn, it's gonna be
Thusula Doom and his crew.
It's gonna be tattoo guys. They're gonna be like, try away.
And then I'm gonna sell all my friends and go to prison for 40 years.
Hell yeah, man!
Man, you're gonna have.
I can't believe that little weird guy that molested a child is a snitch.
Well, you're gonna have a rough fucking time in prison, man. You molested a child and you're a snitch.
Yeah. He's obviously gonna be in like protective custody and shit.
God, he better hope so.
Yeah, he's a little bitch. When that Gummo song first came out, though, I was like, "Oh shit!"
I feel you, Takashi.
It's a trash song, but I was like, "Man, this is interesting sound." Anyways, they're just fucking killing everyone. Yeah. I like this the fight scenes. This scene specifically, and all the fight scenes in the movies, just because they're choreographed like sloppy.
Yeah.
As like fighting would be in real life. Because I'm tired of the shit in like oh, Guy Ritchie's King Arthur is so quick and clean and like everyone's a superhero now or some shit. Like, nah, that's not how people fight.
No, because you get especially in like King Arthur, when you're pulling a bunch of medieval peasants out, and you're like, here's a pitchfork and an axe. Go fight these men at arms.
Yeah, and they're just running them down, hitting them with hammers, and then. Like, even when they do try to fight back, you see people, like, falling down and slipping and stuff. Yeah, you fucking don't know how to fight.
Right.
And this guy's got armor on, so... I appreciate it. I'm tired of everyone being, like, comic book superhero movies. Like, fucking Mission Impossible. You're trying to make me think that fucking Tom Cruise is some superhero. Oh, my God. Fucking dumb. Anyways, movies were better in the 80s. And that's the whole point of this podcast, it seems like.
I don't know, that's true.
This is where some other Conan show up. And by that, I mean doggies.
To shreds, you say.
Oh, to shreds. Apparently those dogs were fucking vicious in real life, too.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know how you train dogs to, like, fake attack.
Yeah. Yeah, because people were just straight up had to run away from movies.
Because, I mean, our dog, she'll jump at you and, like, go crazy and try to lick your face, but that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, they killed everyone, though. Killed them good.
They killed Conan's dad.
And you think, like, oh, there's these two badass dudes that you're like, oh, man, these must be the leaders of this.
Well, I like how, first, Conan's mom doesn't try to run at all. She's like, I'm going to squat here with my son and wait for him to come get me.
Yeah, well, she does. I think she sort of tacitly challenges him to one-on-one combat.
Yeah, sort of.
But then Thulsa Doom's like, ain't got time for this.
Yeah, you do see those two dudes get off the horse, and I like their look because they look like they just got done with the local bowling league.
One of them looks like the second string quarterback of
the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, in 1982. And I'm pretty sure I read that he was a professional football player. The other one is Sven Ole Thorsen, Arnold's friend.
Yeah, but he also looks like Bruce Barber Beefcake.
The sideburns and like haircut and shit they did to him was like, oh, this is a weird style.
And then you see
Edward James Earl Jones looks cool as fuck with that haircut.
Yeah, no shit, he does. Like he comes out, I'm like, oh man, I never thought James Earl Jones was prettier than I do right now.
He's got like blue eyes in this movie.
Yeah, I mean his eyes are normally are naturally blue, but they're like crazy blue. He's like, he comes out, and I'm like, oh shit, I got the same feeling like when Galadriel shows up in Lord of the Rings. Like, he's ethereally pretty.
Yeah, I especially love, like, still, no one's really talked in the movie, no one's talking in this scene, and he's just looking real intense, and the camera stays on him for a long time, and you just, like, because he's James Earl Jones, like, classically trained, great actor, you can see so much in his face, like, you can see his thoughts in his face.
The way like she lowers the sword and he just kind of slowly turns away from the camera, and then wham.
Yeah, my only problem with that particular part of the scene is he definitely did not seem to be in range to cut her head off.
I guess,
but otherwise it's really cool, yeah. And I like that it's just, the camera's focused on little Conan, So it's at his high perspective, and you just see the head like kind of fall through frame. And I was like, oh yeah, this shot's dope.
Can we just pause it real quick to talk about how disappointed I was as a child when the first time I saw Return of the Jedi and James Earl Jones was not underneath that helmet?
I was like, James Earl Jones is a big enough dude. They should just had him playing Vader anyways.
Yeah, that's kind of that probably would work too. But I still think they should have just had him under the helmet, man.
At least, yeah.
Who cares? It's the space world.
I think they should have just left it with that Cornish guy.
Hello there, Luke. I'm your father.
Yeah, when you hear like the behind the scenes stuff with this national.
What's up there? Hey, I use the Force.
Yeah, Cornish people. Yeah. They just capture all the kids. I'm like, why would you want child slaves? They're weak.
Because they're gonna turn them into gladiators, apparently.
I guess they're just gonna make them push that wheel until they get strong enough to become gladiators. Is that the plan?
Yeah, again, fuck your narration.
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever, they're taking the kids. I got it.
No one knew what they were really here for. Steel, gold, children, booty, gold, booty.
Unless they were like necrophiliacs, I don't think they got too much booty.
Yeah, they didn't get a lot of booty out of there.
But they did get kids. Oh, maybe they got kid booty. Nah, this movie's not that weird. Dark. Thank God. So he just gotta fucking push that wheel for like 20 years.
Hey kid, push this wheel for the next 15 years.
What is that wheel even doing? I guess it's like a mill.
I assume it's a mill. I assume it has a purpose, but I think they are just trying to bulk them up.
Oh, what did they? I guess they give them a lot of milk and meat and stuff.
Eggs and milk are their diet. There's one kid that is that straps Conan in and starts whipping him, right?
Yeah, he's like the boss kid.
He's a boss. One day this might be you. You can be the whipper. Wow. The kid has red hair, right? I assume that the guy that comes back later for Conan is that kid, right?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that, but that could be.
I think it is, but we're gonna.
And then he sets him free at one point. Yeah, I guess that makes. Yeah, it's kind of all adding up. Because I was just like, I don't know, some red haired dude.
Yeah, man, that makes sense. I'm gonna say this is the one part of Oliver Stone's script that they didn't change too much.
I think they didn't change too much of it in general, because I feel like any other screenplay would have had so much more dialogue in it. But that could also just be John Milius, like, nah, I just want to make a cool movie. I don't need time for these words shit.
It's probably like him meeting Arnold, like, we're cutting some of this dialogue.
I fucking don't need it.
Oh, I can talk very good.
Especially, like, so many movies do not need as much dialogue as they have. Dialogue's fucking boring.
There's like a slow passage of time with Conan, and you can slowly see this kid bulking up to be Conan. And all the other kids around him just kind of disappear.
Yeah, because he's the strongest.
Yeah, I assume we're supposed to think they died, or maybe we were supposed to think that they were sold off to other... Yeah, they went off to do their purpose.
I'm sure a lot of them died like that first year as little kids. Like, I don't think standing outside all day, fucking pushing around this giant wheel is very healthy for kids. Like, I can't imagine too many kids survive that.
Why? What's the problem?
What?
That's what my kids are doing right now.
They're outside just pushing a wheel around?
Yeah.
Man, they're gonna be strong.
And then the red-haired man comes to pick up Conan. He's like, "Oh, you pushed a wheel for 12 years. You could probably fight."
Yeah, I think you'll be okay now.
How is his posture is way too good for being hunched over for 15 years and pushing a wheel.
I mean, I'm sure he gets breaks. Well, eventually,
full break, push wheel.
I think he also eventually would have been strong enough that he could push it just like walking normally, you know.
I think as the kids disappear, it becomes harder to push the wheel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he's also Arnold Schwarzenegger. But he's a gladiator now.
Yeah.
I like this first fight. When he smashes.
We do this wet dog here.
Yeah, that's since Arnold's first dialogue movie is Arnold grunts. I like the first fight though when he smashes the dude's helmet into the wall. And he turns him around and it's like, oh man, that guy was hiding spaghetti in his helmet. Because it looks like he's just got tomato sauce all over his face.
Arnold, they clearly didn't prepare Conan for this fight. Because they just throw him in there and he's confused. And the guy comes out and starts punching and biting him. Mm-hmm. And Conan, unfortunately, is like, I don't know.
Luckily, he's just really strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he loves killing.
Yeah, then he realizes his self-worth
Yeah.
is in murdering.
That's what I mean. This is real. I get it. I understand. He's like, shit, that felt really good. I want to do more of it. All right.
Then we get some more fucking narration here.
Well, yeah, he does some more gladiator stuff. He gets narration. He develops his own like stage entrance WWE type stuff. He gets different weapons. Narrator's like, he's so good. They took him to get trained. And
in the East.
In the East, yeah. And there's like a Japanese man.
Yeah, he's teaching him samurai shit.
Yeah. Well, anytime you want to have like a training like sort of thing in a movie from the 80s, like an action movie, you definitely want a Japanese guy. Cause
you can settle for Chinese, but you want him to try to do a Japanese accent.
Mm-hmm. And I like the part where he like slaps Arnold Schwarzenegger or Conan, and Conan doesn't even react to it. It's like that guy probably felt real cool.
I like when he roundhouse kicks the one dude in the stomach for no reason.
I think it's because he's giggling. He was a giggle puss.
No laugh.
No giggle puss.
No laughing war.
Oh wait, no. This is where they bring him women and stuff, and everyone's just sitting there watching. And
it's like a zoo.
Yeah, it's like, man, this is weird.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'd be able to perform under those circumstances.
Well, Cohen's first time Cohen's ever done it.
Well,
he's been treated like an animal for most of his adult life,
yeah.
all of his adult life, and most of his childhood. So.
I mean, fucking, that's why his name is Conan. It makes sense. Conan's a dog.
No, he's a Cimmerian.
Oh, Conan's the mythical dog. In
Earl?
In Aaron.
Earl?
Yeah, but... oh, yeah, so this next scene is where they ask Conan what's best in life, and he delivers this amazing line. Which, apparently, it's like just a sort of a mixed... Not accurate quote of Genghis Khan, Temujin.
Temujin?
Yeah, because at one point he was just like,
Genghis
yeah,
Khan?
Here's the best shit. Killing fools, raping their wives and daughters, riding on your horses, shit like that. And
well, they have a dude that like is kind of like a Mongol.
Yeah, they have a lot of...
I mean, Subadai.
Yeah. He was like...
That's a Mongol general's name.
Well, even when they start this scene, they're talking about living on the steppes.
Steppes, yeah.
But I gotta point out at the very beginning of this scene, we like cut off a bit of dialogue where the guy's like, I just worry my son will never understand me. What was that line in there?
It's because they're talking about these are all like intense warriors. Dan Carlin talks about this a little bit in Hardcore History, like the first generation are intense warriors, and the second generation tries to keep it up, and the third generation they ruin it because they're so out of touch with their roots.
Oh,
and I think that's kind of what they're trying to get at, like the
so these are like
generation. These are like the old men warriors that their entire life has been blood and toil, and now they have the rich shit, and he's trying to make sure his son understands
that what is best in life is to
crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of their women.
I get it, man.
I don't get that at all.
It sounds about right.
I don't really like hearing lamentations.
No, it's fucking good. That's what it is. I just worry my son will never understand me.
I'm just worried my son will never hear the lamentations of his enemy's women.
His enemy's women. Then he gets set free.
Yeah, there's like narration at this point. It's like a wild animal that has been caged too long.
Yeah, we get it.
Meanwhile, the guy's like, clearly just kind of feels bad.
He's like, be free.
Get out of here. Come on, go. No one wants you here, man.
Well, it's because Conan's his dog.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. And then, I like, so Conan stumbles into this underground cave.
He's being chased by dogs.
Yeah.
Because clearly the other slave masters want Conan back because he's a tough dude.
He's good at fighting. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger hurt his back in this scene running from those dogs. Because once again, those dogs were jerks.
See, these dogs, they don't have to attack people. They just have to chase them. You can change dogs, chase people. They don't have to be jerks.
I guess they were just jerks. But yeah.
That's one thing that my dog will definitely do. If you run, she'll chase you.
He gets the sword from the skeleton man. And the skeleton man falls down.
He's like, hey, take this helmet.
Yeah, it's like a really cool scene. I like it a lot. How the scene's presented. Once again, no dialogue. It's just...
Crawl! There's one more.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get to. At this point in the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger just starts blaming Crom for everything. Everything that happens.
Crom, I know. It's a little further up. It's one of my notes. I'm like, fucking Arnold, you can't blame Crom for everything. It's not all Crom.
Crom. Everything. Crom. And then at the
It's
end,
like thanks Obama.
At the end of the movie, he's got a heel turn with this Crom shit, and it's like, I don't know, man. It seems like you're being a little bitch for Crom the whole movie. But he goes to meet the Love Witch. Well, he doesn't go there purposefully.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, whatever your sexual persuasion is, if you find yourself in a fantasy world wandering through the forest, and there's a lone hut, and out pops a beautiful person of your desires, keep walking.
Oh.
It's no good will come of it.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Oh man, I could have sworn the answer was going to be head on in. Check it on out.
This woman is way too pretty to be just alone in the forest in this world.
That's why she got kicked out of her village, because she's too pretty. You got accused of being a witch. So she's just hanging out there.
Being a witch?
No. Just being like, pretty and into doing her own thing. She's just an outcast. I relate to her. But it turns out she is like a spooky witch. What is this magic she's doing?
It's sex magic.
Well, yeah, this is what Aleister Crowley's into.
Yeah, his is there's more steps involved than his.
No, he's straight up like was hell into sex magic. His Book of the Law is more. The Book of the Law is just kind of like, hey man, it's fucking good to have sex and do what you want and feel good and be nice to people. and like aliens told me this, like as an aside. I don't know. But yeah, sex magic, Aleister Crowley's all about it. Aleister Crowley just fucking really loves sex, and he's a weird guy. And one time he had sex with Arnold Schwarzenegger and turned into like a special effects smudge and flew around. I don't understand the spell she's performing.
I don't know that you're supposed to. She's a sex witch.
Yeah, because she's like, all right, I'll tell you where you can find the two-headed snake facing each other's sigil, and but you're gonna have to give me something, which is
your dick.
Yeah, his seed, or so for some purpose. But
I kind of feel like she just
tries to murder him.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels kind of just prostitution-y. Like she just wants him to be a prostitute.
Well, no, I think it's probably like
because I feel like she already knows the answer before they even start doing it. Like that's my impression of it, anyways. Like she needs the sex magic for something else.
Yeah, obviously. But like, yeah, she needs his seed for something, his power. But then she just tries to like murder him, or she just like loses.
I think she loses
just having a crazy orgasm. And she's like,
that's the power of Conan.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be this good. And he throws into her fire, but she doesn't burn up. She turns into special effects mode.
He's like, oh, Crom.
Yeah, Crom.
It's not all Crom. This can't be Crom too.
My note says everything's Crom. But this is where he meets Sumotai?
Subodai.
He's food for wolves.
He's an archer / thief, although he does very little archery. Not a lot of thieving, really.
He's got a bow though, and he shoots the snake.
There's a couple points. Yeah, he shoots the snake, and he ruins some guys' days at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm. What is he doing there? He's like the witch is just torturing him or something.
I don't think he was. I think he's just He just finds him after he loses the witch. I don't think he actually was being tortured by the witch. I think he was.
He's chained up like at the witch's hut though.
Was it?
Yeah, he's like just right behind her hut.
Oh, I thought Arnold had been traveling further and found him.
No, he like straight up walks out of the hut, and then there's like a guy in like a little canyon.
I don't know. She's gonna eat him or something.
She's like, I might use you for sex magic, but I don't think.
Oh, never mind.
Never mind. The tougher guy's here. But he
give me food, so when the wolves come,
I can die in battle. Conan thinks he's pretty funny, so he sets him free, and they become friends.
And then they immediately have an argument about religion.
They don't have an argument. This is what people were into back then. It's just like, so, what gods do you like? It's like they're talking about sports.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's like. Who's your team?
So, who's your favorite basketball team?
Conan's like, I really like Larry Bird. And Superdad's like, no, Magic Johnson, you piece of shit.
You fucking cracker. Larry Bird.
Larry Bird is under Magic Johnson. People don't give Larry Bird enough credit.
I think he gets a lot of credit. I think it's just recently people don't give like anyone from the generation credit. Yeah. Everyone's like, LeBron James.
I'll say it right now, Magic Johnson is better than Russell Westbrook. I'll fight you.
Oh, yeah. Russell Westbrook's good, though. I especially like that he still plays like a point guard instead of like everyone else who's just like fucking shoot threes. The NBA is so boring now because mathematically you just shoot threes and you win. But at least Russell Westbrook could get like triple doubles once in a while.
Well, I mean, one thing I'll saying Larry Bird's favorite. He almost averaged a triple-double in his career.
Oh, really?
If you take out his last,
when he
his
had a
last
really
season,
bad back.
really bad back, yeah.
I still like Magic Johnson more than Larry Bird.
Oh, I do too.
He's Magic. Irvin, rather.
Oh, we're far afield from Conan, but I watched the NBA All-Star Dunk competition last night.
Oh yeah, I just watched some highlights from it.
Did you see the dude that had the Larry Johnson jersey on?
No.
Yeah, and Muggsy Bogues came out with him.
Holy shit, Larry Johnson from the Charlotte Hornets back in the day. He's big as Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson's a big dude.
Yeah, he's a brick house.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Muggsy Bogues, huh? It's crazy how small he was.
Well, there's also Spud Webb, who's even shorter.
Yeah, he was the smallest guy to ever play, right?
I think so.
So
they're arguing about, whether you're like a Celtics or a Lakers fan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, or Pistons or Lakers, or there's a lot of options in that time period. Back when men really used to play the sport, not everything was a foul. Goddamn.
You sound like Charles Barkley.
I'm sorry, this is one thing in life I agree with Charles Barkley about.
There's a lot of things in life I agree with Charles Barkley about.
Yeah, I think he knows a lot of good food. Like, he knows how to eat, so I agree with him on some of that stuff. But, yeah, so they hit the town, really. These boys are just like, have you ever seen a sea like this? And I don't know.
Conan's like, I guess I was looking for snake people, whatever.
Yeah, no, just like, check it out. Look, we got geckos on a stick. We got this Black Lotus, which I'm guessing is like drugs.
Yeah, because they trip balls afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
That old man, then he's like, oh, I don't know anything about snakes. For this tower, it's covered in snakes, and there's some people inside that really worship snakes, and like they're kidnapping people about snakes. And everybody's really worried about snakes. Also, I don't know anything.
I don't know anything about that. All right, cool. You
guys want some drugs?
Cool, man. You told us everything we need to know. Basically, that's the thing. All right, that's snake people. Their towers are everywhere. Everyone thinks they are dangerous, but they seem to be powerful.
This scene, specifically this section, is definitely based off, and I know I said I wasn't going to mention them, but I'm going to do it. The Tower of the Elephant story, probably the most famous Conan stories, Tower of the Elephant.
Oh, really?
I think, yeah. And the best part about it is, Conan is just in town, and he hears people talking about how the tower is impossible to get into and impossible to climb. Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do it then.
I'll do it. Shit, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. After they take these drugs, though, I like that,
what's that? It's funny.
Right before that, it's, someone throws, like, some dust on Sumatai. And she's like, protect you from evil. He's like, I am evil. And I was like, that's
no, you're not.
He's a nice guy, but I'm sure he does a lot of killing.
Yeah, but I mean, like, compared to, like,
I guess it's not evil.
Doom, he's not evil.
But the camel thing's funny, too. I just like that he punches it out. He's like, what, get out of here, fucking camel punch. Then, they're gonna break into the tower, and there's a little meat cute, huh? A little meat cute, but instead of it being cute, it's like swordy.
Yeah.
It's a meat sword. Meat sword. Sword. Yeah, this is where the Valkyrie shows up. I really wish I had written down her name. I know it's something really, like, Northern European as well, like Berndal or something like that.
Berndal. Brenda?
No, I mean, her first name's like Sarah, but like her last name is, I'm gonna check it. You talk about stuff real quick.
I don't want to talk about nothing. I like, she's like, all right, you guys go first. And so Subadai goes first, and then she goes, and then Conan's like, I'm just going to go behind so I can stare at her ass the entire time. Because that appears to be what he's doing.
Well, she says that, you know what's in there? And Conan's like, no.
Rich stuff.
You go first. But then he doesn't. He doesn't even go first.
I know. Subadai goes first. Subadai?
Oh, yeah, there we go. Sandal Bergman.
Bergman, eh?
Yeah, Ingrid Bergman. Or I guess Ingmar Bergman. Two Swedish people that are different but have similar names. Alright, so they're in there. They're gonna do some snake stuff. She immediately disguises herself as a snake lady, snake-loving lady.
She's like, I'm gonna check out the cool shit up here. You guys go downstairs.
Yeah, keep on sneaking.
Because
they know there's a snake jewel in there or some shit, right?
I think she does.
Yeah, that's what she's looking for?
Yeah, and so they go downstairs, and there's a giant sleeping snake.
His eyes aren't closed, though.
But don't snakes sleep with their eyes open?
I don't know, I guess it depends on the
snake. I don't
snake.
know enough about snakes.
My ex-girlfriend's ball python closed her eyes.
Oh.
And they have like double lids, for swimming and stuff.
Whatever, that doesn't matter.
I think they like actually close their eyes. Every snake I've been friends with closes their eyes.
It's impossible. You can't be friends with a snake.
Yeah, snakes are cool.
I'm just saying you can't be friends with it.
She'd never bite me. She'd just crawl around with me. It was great in the summertime. It'd be hot. You just sleep with a snake and she'd crawl on you and she'd be nice and cool and you just get all the snakes slither all over you.
Yeah, I'm like, no thanks.
What? Snakes are cool. You don't like snakes?
It's not that I don't like snakes. I just don't want to be friends with them.
Oh, I do. I like snakes. Bats are cute.
Oh, everyone likes a cute bat. Bats are mammals.
What are some other animals? Oh, I don't know, like spiders that much. I think tarantulas are cute, but like I still don't want to like have them crawl on me and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. I don't do birds. I like birds.
Birds are cool. I don't know. Yeah, there's not too many animals I don't like.
But in this giant snake, you're in favor of cutting its head off and shooting it full of arrows.
Well, right? Yeah, he's trying to eat Arnold, but up until then, I would have just tried to be his friend. I'm actually Tulsa Doom in this scenario.
You're like a snake in the sky?
Yeah, I just really love snakes. I really love them snakes. Yeah, they're gonna steal Jewel. Snakes tries to get him. He's Conan though, so he just stabs the shit out of it.
Well, Subadai shoots with some arrows first, and then stabs the shit out of it.
Well, first he gets it underneath, but it's like, I'm still gonna get you. Subadai helps, and then he chops his fucking head off. I like this scene because it's just brutal and clumsy too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
well, as you would be if you're fighting a snake.
Yeah, no dialogue too, because they're like, well, we can't alert anyone to our business, and they just chop the shit out of the snake's head. Because the snake was, the snake should have just got him.
Yeah, end the movie right now.
Yeah.
Conan, and he gets eaten by a snake.
Man, look at these friggin' snakes. Oh man, friggin' snakes. I love Halloween.
But meanwhile, back upstairs, they're gonna go through
the
ritual of sacrificing their own snake.
I like I don't know, like I don't need the rules of the ritual to be explained to me at all. But I like the way it's acted out, where like she just kind of seems to be in a trance, and
they have like this little speech.
Oh, that's another thing about this movie that I really like because I'm into that shit. As mentioned previously, I guess there is like shit that is like kind of like really pagan and occult in it.
Yeah,
it's not specifically. It just happens to be in the movie, like shit like this, and some like the rituals you see the snake people doing later and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. Again, going back to like you don't need to explain everything, and some of it is just dressing.
Yeah,
to get you into the world.
Yeah, and I think it's really effective in this movie.
I laughed at this part because like she's like in a little trance, have a little speech. They push her in the pit. There's a thud. And then she screams.
Yeah,
oh god, no, this is who killed the snake!
Yeah, I like that.
Now who's gonna eat me?
Yeah, she's upset that the snake's dead. I thought that was funny. And like funny on purpose, not like I was laughing at the movie, but I was just
I don't know if it's
like, man, this cult's fucking dumb. Yeah, because she like comes to her senses and is like, no, what? The snake's her. The snake that was gonna kill me is dead. Freaking snakes. That's that giant prop snake, that puppet. That was cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's a cool prop.
That's a cool puppet.
And then Conan and crew make their daring, bloody escape.
Yeah. Our Valkyrie friend just stabs some dude like in the guts, and then wraps him up, and then escapes real quick. But using a counterweight. She's a real action hero.
She's more impressive than Conan in a couple ways.
Yes. I think they chose like a really good actress for him, and yeah, she's written really well. Like, yeah, she'd do everything Conan could do. And then now
we're gonna have a really overlong sex scene.
Yeah,
two Nordic people.
Yeah, I was really like
two Germans.
This is real Wagner type
sweaty
stuff.
German sex.
Real Wagner in here.
I assume the actress is German, but I don't know.
I just thought she's American, but she is of German descent, so.
Good, I feel good about my.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
white racism.
She looks like a Northern European. She doesn't look like me.
I mean, you look. You look like Tormund Giantsbane from Game of Thrones.
What?
Tormund Halfcock.
Isn't he like Norwegian though, or Finnish?
Yeah, but he has kind of like the red hair and the same beard.
Oh, that's true. Other people told me that before, I think.
That's one nickname I think they should use way more in the show. Tormund Halfcock.
They don't use anything. They just call him Tormund or Giantsbane, right? He has some.
He has like 20.
He's the father of bears or lover of bears.
Bear lover.
Bear lover.
Well, the bear's the one that gave him the half cock and bit off half his cock. But half a cock on Tormund is still more than any other man.
That's right. Har, har, har. Yeah, the dude that plays him in the show is like cool. He seems like a cool guy, but he's not how I picture Tormund at all.
No, not really. I did like him as in the Wyndham commercials though.
Yeah. Oh, also let's talk about Song of Ice and Ice, Song of Fire and Ice. Sort of conspiracies and fan theories. The bear that he slept with is like Lady Mormont, right?
Oh, is that what they're saying? No,
well, that's one theory. Well, because Bear Island's like close to the wall.
Yeah.
And he's been over the wall plenty of times to go steal maidens.
Oh yeah,
and he could have gone to Bear Island.
So not a literal bear, but a figurative bear.
Yeah, like Lady Mormont.
I'm down.
Yeah, not like any of the Mormonts or his kids or anything, but like he had a relationship with Lady Mormont at one point. Not anything crazy. Maybe something.
I don't know, those Mormonts though, they seem like if a wildling showed up, they're like, alright, you're fucking murdered.
It's not Tormund though, because he's funny as fuck in the books. In the show, he's just.
Yeah, he's still funny in the show.
Yeah, I guess he is alright. He's like cute in the show. In the books, he's just like seems like a guy that.
Yeah, he's like a hard ass with a sense of
humor. Tell you some really weird jokes. Yeah. Anyways.
He's like every friend my grandfather ever had.
Yeah, he's like an old timey kind of guy. Anyways, though, now they're rich and they're just fucking lost in the sauce.
Yeah, and they're having it's a long sex scene too. I think I mentioned that.
Oh yeah, but after that, I mean, they're showing them just like buying helmets, drunk as fuck, and then they get captured.
Yeah,
because they're fucked up. And we hear, well, shit, who was that?
King Ulrich.
It's Max von Sydow. He's like, what's up? I'm
Man, he's so good in this.
I can't believe him and James Earl Jones are in this movie.
Yeah, well, that's true, right? Well, James Earl Jones, though, he kind of...
I guess he did pulpy stuff when he wasn't doing theater.
Right.
And then, yeah, Von Sydow's kind of done whatever he wanted to do, too.
Mm-hmm.
He's not like Peter O'Toole, who's like way too self-serious. He's even The Force Awakens for like 5 minutes. Right? Yeah, he's in The Force Awakens. Yeah. He's like, hey, I'm the king. Thulsa Doom actually runs shit. I hate him. I'm tired of this.
He's shit. Like, oh, hey Arnold, hey Subadai, hey Sarah, I'm here to show you how to act.
Yeah, he does. It's like, whatever, this is my scene. But he wants them to go rescue his daughter, who's been taken by Thulsa Doom, all part of the Snake Cult. And yeah, this is the best part of the scene when he's like, here, fucking take all these rubies, there's tons of them. Fucking the throne room's a prison, and you're just like, alright, Max von Sydow, like, yeah.
This sword is thrust into a father's heart.
Yeah, it's a really good scene. That's the only time we see him, huh?
He's like, the throne room's a prison, and all that's left is a father's love. This is, I'll point it out now, but there's a couple points where Conan is showing, like, a future version of himself. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the king, the dead king in the beginning that gives him the sword, and then, like, right now, with Max von Sydow, it's King Ulrich? Right?
King Orsic.
Orsic or something. Yeah, it's some Germanish name.
Some vaguely Northern European shit, yeah.
But that would be how I kind of write a Conan movie. Like, you see, like, Conan, it starts off, and Conan sees mirrors of himself, like, much later in life. So you see, like, a very old king, like a dead king, and you see this guy. And then it gets to the point where at the end of the movie, he's kind of just fighting himself, and he, switches roles with that person. Like, now he is, like, the leader of this war band. So there's like to put on my George Lucas, I gotta tuck my chin in real quick. Mm-hmm. There's a poetry to it.
It rhymes.
It rhymes.
Rhymes. Robert E. Howard has been accused of being a racist.
I don't think that's fair, but
I don't think that's the case either. I know I actually
I
avoided a lot of his works in my adulthood because I thought that he was in fact racist.
Yeah, I mean,
when I was reading more about it, I was like,
no,
it doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like he had a lot of 1930s mentality ideas about what race was.
Yeah.
But not necessarily...
I actually think not necessarily racist. I think he was very very classist. There's a line, a really good line in Conan about a barbarian has to be polite because he knows at any moment if he's not polite, he's going to have to fight. Whereas the rich man, because of society and the rules in place, he can be rude and a dick to everybody because he knows he doesn't have to actually fight anybody. That's like a paraphrase, but that seems to be the most pervasive philosophy in Conan to me.
Yeah, and also like barbarians being more honest.
Right. That's
more,
his whole. That's his whole argument.
Yeah, and barbarians as in poor, classless. Yeah. Interesting. And then also a lot of the villains, the society, villainous societies that exist in his work. Apparently, they seem to be more analogs of like the Roman Empire and stuff like that, which is another element of classism, I would suppose. Rather than it being like evil Africans or stuff like that, it's like no, the Romans and these large imperial societies.
Yeah, it's
imperialism.
It's imperialism. It's like all these weird like cults and religions that are the villains.
Interesting. Oh yeah, because this snake cult does exist in some of the stories, right?
Yeah, Set. Cult of Set.
Mm-hmm.
It does. I think it's they're around. I think they're mentioned in the first story even.
I know. Also, Cole the Conqueror fights them.
Cole
and Conan seem to be really similar characters. Robert Howard did have a lot of ideas. But...
What? Red Sonja is completely different.
Yeah, she's a woman. Made it work though.
Who's the other?
Oh, it's
there's that other pulpy writer. I can't think of his name.
Oh, Lovecraft?
Yeah, Lovecraft. He definitely is racist.
He
super racist.
Yeah, he's like for real was a racist.
I mean, there in that time period, there was definitely a lot of racist pulp writers.
Yeah, but H.P. Lovecraft compared to Howard, it's like nope, it's not the same. It is not the same. H.P. Lovecraft is straight just like deeply racist. Yeah. And both of them committed suicide really young. Interesting. Apparently, Robert E. Howard was afraid of aging.
Oh, well, that's not a fear for a lot of people.
No, it doesn't bother me. As long as I don't lose my hair. Thulsa Doom's R. Kelly. Always peeing on bitches. It'll be time enough for the earth and the grave.
Man, how are you gonna make a video about peeing on people?
How are you gonna make a video about peeing on people?
We're right now.
So he's like, rescue my daughter.
And that's right. He's like,
and he wants to go do revenge, and he's like, I guess we could rescue her too. But his companions are like,
let's just take these jewels and run.
Let's fucking go. He's like, okay, whatever, and she's like hugging and kissing on him, and he's looking at the snake medallion he's got, and they go to sleep, and she wakes up, and he's gone, because he's like,
fine. Right, it's like, if you don't want to do it, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get my revengeance.
He leaves the snake jewel with her.
Yeah, because he doesn't know it's worth anything. Well, I mean, I think he just doesn't.
I think he knows it's worth something, but he's like, yeah, whatever. You have it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll say it probably.
He doesn't know like Thusla Doom or Thulsa Doom.
It's
I want to say Thusla because it's cooler.
No, it's Tulsa, Oklahoma Doom.
Tulsa, Oklahoma is where the Doomsday would happen.
They got tornadoes there. Tornadoes, I think, right? Tornado Alley goes to Oklahoma, right? American geography. I know what the capital of fucking Estonia is, but I don't know too much about the Midwest.
I won a geography state capital competition in like 4th grade.
That's pretty good. I was good at spelling. Yeah. So he's got to get some flowers for his girl, but first he meets the wizard. And he's like, oh, summon the scariest demon you've ever seen, scarier than any demon in hell. And then they just laugh about it. Because Conan's like, whatever, dude.
Whatever, wizard. And this is the narrator.
Yeah, the narrator is this wizard guy. And he's like, there are any flowers around here?
There's a reason I became his chronicler. Yeah, because you don't go on any adventures, and all his friends die young and leave beautiful corpses.
Yeah, and he just becomes an old man, like fucking Jeff Bezos or something. Why didn't you gotta die?
No, not like Jeff Bezos, because Jeff Bezos uses science to stay a young man.
He's always in that hyperbolic chamber. Oh no, the cryo chamber, right? The hyperbolic chamber is from Dragon Ball Z.
Hyperbolic time chamber. Yeah. He's got to train to fight Cell.
Yeah. He's got to train to fight Elon Musk. So he got these flowers, and he's like, they're for a girl. But then nothing ever happens with those flowers.
Yeah, well, he's just trying to blend in, I think, when he meets the cult.
Because
he rides up to the cult, and they're like, everybody's going to jingle, jangle, jingle.
Yeah, they're just whatever.
Have them walking merrily along.
Yeah, they're going to meet up at the coolest set that you've ever seen.
It is. I believe they filmed it on in the same location as Beastmaster's set, but they did a way better job of lighting and shooting it.
Oh no, because they filmed all of Conan in Spain, which is why it looks like cool as hell. And I think Beastmaster was filmed in like fucking just out in the desert in Pasadena or some shit.
I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but Spain and California have a very similar climate.
Hey, that's a good point. That's why they both grow olives and wine and stuff. Hey, that's why there's so many Italians in California. Cause
well, I don't know if that's why.
It's exactly like the old Italia.
Is that why there's so many Irish people in Chicago? Because it's like old Ireland? I don't think that's right. Way too much wind.
Yeah, but if you live in Chicago, you get to be really poor, just like everyone in Ireland at the time. Oh, and fucking camels are strong as fuck. Like when you know, like they sit down to let you off.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy. Could you imagine having Arnold Schwarzenegger on your back and like squatting down the little?
If I was a camel, yeah.
Well, I guess they weigh like 600 pounds. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like, man, these beasts of burden are so strong, so strong. Flirting with this, with the snake priest. He's like, how come you don't want to get your body out, sexy boy?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, well.
Look at your body; it's so nice. Why don't we go somewhere private and I'll touch it, and you touch me. I'll show you how to touch things, little man. I'll make you feel real good and real comfortable. I will.
Yeah, so Arnold suggests like, oh, let's go over there in the private.
Yeah. And you can touch me, yeah.
And he's like, I'm into it. But surprised he gets beat up, and Arnold is once again wearing a disguise. He's not going to stand out one bit.
Yeah, not only that, but like a priest robe is like the worst disguise to steal. You have to look at everybody's face. Everybody's like looking at you and like bowing and shit.
He also has like the second tier priest robe, where there's like most of the priests are wearing more less ordained robes, and he's got this really ordained one, and everyone's just like bowing to him and shit. It's like, you standing out, dummy.
Yeah, the Conan in the stories, way cleverer than this.
He's cunning Conan.
Yeah, he's got brains and brawn.
Wow, that's what you need to survive. Elon Musk, hit the gym, bitch.
Great.
I'm gonna challenge Elon Musk to a boxing match. The winner gets to slide into Grimes' DMs.
Why is that the winner? Does she get a choice?
Yeah, she gets a choice. Of course, I love Grimes. She can do whatever she wants. Oh yeah, so his disguise sucks. they find him out. Well, everyone's bowing down.
Yeah.
He's like, oh god, oh damn, how'd they know? Oh shit. My note here just says, this fucking set, goddamn. So they shoot it at angles to make it appear bigger than it is.
Right.
But it still is really huge and elaborate.
Oh,
and they just burned it down at the end of the movie. They legitimately just burned it down.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
But yeah, that's making movies in the 80s, goddammit. At least Christopher Nolan still does weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't really like his movies that much.
How dare you?
He doesn't have a soul.
That's ridiculous. You know, how could you?
Well,
he has a soul.
Or he has no soul, as in he can't dance.
I ain't got no soul.
Yeah.
I ain't got no soul.
Look, Ma, I got rhythm. Clap. Clap, clap, clap. I like after they grab him, though, and he's like, get that trash out of here. And then the king's daughter comes out, and she's like, I was born a snake handler. She's just like showing him off. Like, look, I'm holding snakes.
Look, snakes, guys.
Snakes.
And we see Conan's old friends, the one that killed his mother, and they have not aged a day in 20 years. They look good. You should join a snake cult if you want to live forever.
Join my snake cult. It's going to be... I'm going to come with a better name than what is the Cult of Set.
Yeah.
I'm coming with a better name. I'll let you know on Twitter. I am going to start Twitter soon.
You better start it soon, because we're releasing a Transformers episode on Wednesday, and it has your Twitter handle in it.
Oh, I forgot what it was. What was it?
Sexy Viking Kyle?
Oh, I don't think we'll do that one. But, yeah, better get on it. But, yeah, once I come with a good name for the cult, I'll let everyone know on Twitter. You follow me. That'll basically be the cult. It'll just be on Twitter. But it's going to be really good. You'll stay young forever. Sex will be better. And you just
think it's always worked out for every cult. So
yeah,
this one's going to fall.
This one, you just got to have a pet snake for now. But I'll come with some other stuff.
They all get weirder as you go on.
Mm-hmm. I always thought it'd be cool to
and
start.
And the crazy cult leader starts to buy into his own bullshit.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool to start a cult and like, yeah, get it going, get people believing in shit, not make it too like outlandish or crazy or dangerous really or anything, and then after like a few years, just be like, hey, all that shit is bullshit. But the problem is though, you might get to that point and be like, I fucking love this shit.
I've been in several cults, both as a follower and as a leader. I had more fun as a follower, but I made more money as a leader.
That's the actual quote from L. Ron Hubbard.
No, it wasn't.
Oh. Also Doom, so they're beating him up first, squishing on his throat and stepping on his feet and stuff. Because, I mean, he looks, like, really brutalized, but, like, whenever they show the torture they're actually giving it to him, it's just like they give him, like, Indian rug burns. But this is where Tulsa Doom was like, fuck the riddles, steel, it's about flesh. Hey, pretty girl, jump off that cliff. And you can't buy that kind of power with steel. I tell you what, you gotta get it with steel, and then money, and then other people, followers.
Crazy people.
Yeah, but you gotta start off with just regular ass power at one point.
Some sort of regular ass power.
Man, I think you might be wrong. Tulsa Doom might be crazy.
And he does turn into a snake, so.
Yeah.
He's got that going for him.
I like when he turns into a snake. It's pretty cool.
I like that he's still wearing his hood.
Yeah, he looks like a Koopa from the Mario Brothers movie. But somehow still a better effect, even though the Mario Brothers movie is probably 10 years later. 12 years?
Let's not talk about the Mario Brothers movies ever again.
Well, Tulsa Doom's like...
It's got Dustin Hoffman.
Strap that man to the tree of woe.
Wait, there's Dennis Hopper. It's got Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. Bob Hoskins.
Both D8. Oh, yeah, Bob Hoskins.
John Leguizamo.
I think Bob Hoskins was drunk in that entire movie.
Him and John Leguizamo were drinking like the entire time of making the movie.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant to.
Yeah. They for sure.
I would hang out with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins for 9 months drinking.
Yeah, I love John Leguizamo.
Have you seen
The Pest? Yeah, I remember.
The Pest, asshole. The Netflix special.
No, I keep forgetting. But I really want to watch Romeo and Juliet again. The one.
Where he's Mercutio?
No, he's Tybalt.
Tybalt, that's right.
Yeah, he's a fucking badass as Tybalt. That's like I saw that movie before I really read the actual Shakespeare play. And I was like, man, Tybalt's a badass. And then we read it in like junior high.
You're like, man, Tybalt's a badass.
And I was like, at least he's the Prince of Cats. That's a cool name. Yeah, it's just like, I just forget. I was like, oh, he's like a Tybalt in Romeo and Juliet's probably not like fucking dope ass John Leguizamo with his 2 guns and his mustache and shit. He's so fucking cool in that movie. When he gets in that gunfight, oh damn, Baz Luhrmann. Moulin Rouge, I don't like that much. Great Gatsby, I think it was good for what it was, but I don't think Great Gatsby's that good of a story. As much as I like F. Scott Fitzgerald.
I like the Robert Redford version of Great Gatsby.
Well, so here's the thing. I think Great Gatsby, the novel, is a good story for the subtext about like the death of the American dream and how garbage and empty all this shit is. But that's not ever what's celebrated in the movies. The movies is just celebrating the 20s.
It's celebrating the American garbage.
Which is what the book was exactly against. So like that's what always bothers me about it. But whatever, Baz Luhrmann, I'm glad you got to make a few like crazy epic movies. And speaking of crazy epics, Conan, he's getting strapped to the tree of woe.
Yeah, which is a literal tree.
It's a tree of woe.
They're like, crucify him, everyone just strapped to the tree of woes. I'm like, oh shit, you meant a real tree.
Yeah, it's a tree of woes. It's just out there in the desert. At this point in the movie, I was like, this is why people were hella excited when they made a Conan MMORPG. Because like, this shit is dope.
Yeah.
This shit's weird and crazy.
Well, I mean, like in Dungeons and Dragons is not really trying to copy Lord of the Rings. It's copying Conan the Barbarian. They're fans of like Robert E. Howard and that.
Oh, really? More pulpy stuff?
The Sword and Sorcery.
That makes sense because it is more pulpy than.
Yeah, and if you go like and read kind of the first editions too, it's definitely way more pulpy than.
More barbarian, like titties and thongs.
Well,
and stuff.
Like there's no rogue. Like the classes are like dwarf, warrior, magic user.
Is that because they wanted to keep it simple like the Hyborian stories, or is it because they wanted to keep it simple because of game mechanics?
I think it was simple because the game is not simple at all. You had to buy like supplemental.
Oh, even the first edition?
Yeah, even the first edition you had to buy supplemental stuff to like. They like used other pen and paper, like wargaming stuff as like supplemental pieces for like traveling through the wilderness and shit. It was a way more complicated game. And it was really all about not even much about role playing, but just like treasure and dungeon diving and adventures and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Looting and scooting.
Yeah, exactly.
Dungeon crawlers. People still like dungeon crawler games. I just like the RPG aspect more than anything.
Yeah, I do too.
Like those are the only things I like in video games now is like just a really good narrative thread, and then usually game mechanics are gotten to the point where like shit's boring because it's just animations and you know what I mean. Like I don't care. Like if I want to play a game, it's got to be a game where I can jump in and play 15 minutes and just have a good time with mechanically. And then other than that, like all these AAA titles that come out, they're like, wow, groundbreaking, blah, blah, blah. So usually it's not fun to play, and the story's not very good, so it doesn't function as a game or as a story.
Yeah,
so why do I care? Like Red Dead Redemption 2, I think I mentioned it before.
I mentioned it like 5 times.
I hate that game at this point. I just cannot stand it. And it's getting praised like it's fucking goddamn best shit ever made. I hope that falls off soon.
Let's make like a single player Conan RPG.
Hell yeah. Yep. And it's going to be fun as fuck. It's going to be first person. They'll have RPG elements. You can do sex, murder. You can like
sex.
You can like chop off.
God of War kind of is a Conan game.
Yeah, I guess. Not the new one. The new one's
I haven't played it.
The new one, I actually like the new one because the combat's fun. I like the single camera take on it. They did actually do interesting things for a video game. The story's still not very good. It's just here's what happened. Every video game developer started out in the late 90s, early 2000s. They're in their 20s, and they're just making fucking titty action violent video games. They got older, and still only making things that are relatable to 35-year-old white men. So everything's about being a dad now. And that's why video games started.
So playing Dad Simulator?
Yeah, that's what fucking Last of Us is Dad Simulator. New God of War is Dad of War. I don't know, there's tons of them you just...
Red Dad Redemption.
Yeah, you're just being a dad. Because, oh man, I can't think of anything outside of my narrow perspective I live in my daily life because most people that make video games, not that creative.
Oh, how dare you.
I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, we can't all be Hideo Konami.
That's right. Kojima.
He said the name of the company.
Yeah, the company that betrayed him. Yeah, Death Stranding's going to come out, and it's going to fucking hopefully change the game.
No, well, it's not going to change the game because people are
going to complain about it, I'm pretty
it's
sure.
not going to, it'll sell well, but it's not going to be...
No, I have a feeling people are going to be like, what the fuck? I don't get to like really fight or shoot anything, and you know what I mean?
I don't know, some of those games do well, but I just think people treating it like it's going to be the next Red Dead Redemption or the next God of War or Last of Us are going to be disappointed.
Oh, well, that's not what I want it to be.
Because it's going to be more puzzle gaming or more...
What I think it's going to just be more... it seems I feel like he's trying to experiment with what a video game can be at this point. So I think it's going to be largely narrative driven because usually his shit is. And usually he's a pretty good storyteller. I know that too dialogue heavy for a lot of Metal Gear Solid games, but that's because couldn't animate faces very well back then. So I had to explain everything in dialogue. But aside from that, I do think the mechanics of the game are going to be... It's not going to be about walking around shooting, collecting random items. I think it's going to be more inhabiting the character in the story, doing sort of everyday things, but trying to find a way to make it not mundane. If that makes sense.
Have you seen any sailors? Do you know where I can find the sailors?
Yeah, hopefully it's not Shenmue. Yeah.
Do you know where I can find the sailors?
Well, that's the thing is I do want someone to make a video game that is what
like Shenmue.
No, what Shenmue could have been if it wasn't like the dumbest shit ever.
Shenmue 3 is coming out, Kyle.
Oh my god. I don't know. It's Death Stranding. It's all about Death Stranding. And then once Death Stranding is a disappointment, I'm probably going to give up on video games.
But meanwhile, as we've been talking about video games, Conan's been strapped to the tree of woes. Just Luna's in his damn mind.
Yeah. And
but here comes Super Dad to return a favor here.
I like how there's a quick turn where like maybe he's listening.
Yeah.
And then he just comes over the hill and you're like, oh, okay.
You're like, oof, thanks, Super Dad. Subidai.
And Valkyrie's there. Valkyrie woman's there too. She's up on the hill, like, perfect. And oh, this magic scene is really cool.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best effects in the movie.
Well, I just like I said, it's like real sort of like simple pagan occult type shit, not explained at all. It's just like I'm gonna draw these runes all over him. We're gonna strap him to these sticks. He's gonna be slightly raised off the ground, so he's got 1 foot in the world, 1 foot in the other world, sort of thing. Like how
at some point tonight they will come for him.
Yeah, like how it used to, like if someone took in the old like Irish Celtic belief, if someone like had too many shrooms or whatever, the only way you'd get him out of it is it took like 3 men and a rope tied around his waist, and you had to pull him out of like a fairy circle and all this shit like that. I don't know. It's interesting that it's got this weird like pagan shit in it. And then the sky turns red. But I was thinking the part right before that where they're all sitting around the fire and he's like, "Yeah, some weird shit's about to happen." I was just thinking about how excited I would be as like one of them sitting by the fire, like, you know, it's all windy and cold and like, oh shit, some crazy shit's gonna happen. I'm so excited for this crazy shit. It'd just be so cool.
Not me, I'd be sitting there like, this fucking old man, what's he doing? Conan's gonna die over there with a bunch of shit painted on him.
No, not if you lived in this world. You're like, oh, we're about to see some crazy shit. And they do. Old man would get scared though.
He's like, oh no!
Yeah, and as the sky turns red, he gets
That's what I'm
really
talking about.
angry.
Like, the reason this man became his chronicler, and because he doesn't go on any adventure with Conan, and he just tells Conan, he presents Conan the best possible light, and all his other friends just fucking die, so there's no one to contradict him.
Yeah, that's right. It's the perfect gig. But the demons are trying to take Conan, and Valkyrie and Subidai are like, no, not my friend. And she's like, no, not my dick supply. Nah, she really loves him. I don't understand how they fell in love so fast, but it's alright.
Yeah, you know, they're true thieving warrior people.
Yeah. It works though. He comes back to life. And she's like, yeah, if I ever die, I'll come back to fight with you again. That's how much I love you. And you're like,
Foreshadow.
And once again, they're like, all right, we'll help you get the girl, but it's not time for revenge on Thulsa Doom right now.
We'll like, right, Conan? Right, Conan? Right?
And he's sitting there with his whetstone and sharpening his sword. Like, is that good, Conan? And I was like, we'll see. Cut to them sneaking in.
And, like, the most unnecessary camo in the world.
Yeah, but what's weird is when they all pop over, like, the ledge where the orgy's taking place, and it's all of them, Subidai looks like Justin Long because of the way the camouflage is like highlighting his face. I think I didn't know Justin Long's here. Wow.
Oh, it's crazy.
Also, this orgy is fucking weak. Obviously, it's because you can't just have people like smashing it out and get an R rating. I mean, like, I saw Caligula. They could do a little bit more.
This movie, I don't know. This movie, there's no way this movie is R rated if it's made today.
Oh no,
and the same stuff. You get NC-17. I don't think you can avoid it.
No, but it does look just more like a roll party than anything, because everyone looks really tired and like they're laying around and like touching each other, but they're like not. You know,
I just feel like it's an orgy. It's like the dying day line of the orgy. Like everybody's really tired and like it's just winding down.
Like, all right,
some people have gone home at this point.
Time for the gack. Well, they bring out gack.
Yeah,
that green gack. Yeah, that soup, that green gack.
And they start stirring it and shit.
Yeah, they give it to someone in a bowl, and I don't know what she does with it. Also, Thulsa Doom not participating in the orgy at all. He's just sitting there watching with his snake lady wife, the king's daughter, turning into a snake. Does the green stuff have something to do with him turning into a snake?
I don't know. I assume so.
Like maybe they had to drink it, or I don't know. They make their strike. They fucking go and just start killing everyone. Like there's people participating in the orgy, and like they think, I would say they're relatively innocent. They're just having
some of them could just be like the king's daughter, right?
Yeah, like some of them getting chopped.
Yeah. Then we get the Mustachio Man coming up. And he's like, I'm here to rock. Seriously, he looks like he just got done. He looks like he should be in like a Def Leppard cover band.
Which was the taller one?
Yeah, the taller one with the mustache.
Not Sven.
Yeah, not the Bruce Bartley's kid.
Yeah. I like this fight scene between them though, because I like that they gave Sven
giant hammer.
Yeah, so it makes sense for them. Like he can only swing so many times in a minute, you know.
Yeah.
So and they're able to like both be attacking him consistently without it being super unrealistic.
Right.
So I thought that was pretty clever, because otherwise other movies would be like, all right, we'll get him one at a time.
Yeah, you first.
But yeah, they're just fucking. They ruined everyone's night. I swear everyone was just rolling, having a good time, rolling face, you know, getting there, loving each other, feeling on their friends, just getting real close as a cult. And they fucking came and killed everyone. They knocked over that barrel of green shit. Probably got it everywhere.
No, you have snakes everywhere.
Fucking snakes. There was body parts of that green shit. They were cutting up ladies and putting them in there.
Oh, man.
My cult wouldn't do that. We won't even eat pork. Because I like pigs. But we will eat snakes.
Because they taste delicious.
Yeah, we're a snake eater cult. We
born a snake eater, I'll die a snake eater.
We play Metal Gear Solid 3 a lot.
I give my life. What was that? Thorgrim confused.
He hits that pillar and he's like, man, this hammer is way too strong. Because he knocks everything over. He's like, whoa, it's so strong. Valkyrie save King Daughter. Snake Man Thulsa goes into a snake hole. Mm-hmm. He makes his escape. Was that part? Was he turning into a snake to escape? Or is it just coincidence that he's a snake and he can't escape in his snake hole? The world may never know.
They make their daring escape. Conan's like, I guess I'm not gonna get revenge tonight.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of revenge. I killed Thorgrim and Mustachio Man.
He thinks, but he didn't.
I thought he did.
No, he doesn't kill them until the end either.
Oh, whatever.
He just gave up on the revenge real quick. He's like, well, we got the girl, and I have, like, a girlfriend, so I guess it's okay.
I guess I'll go.
Yeah, but, guess what?
Arrow.
An arrow made of a snake.
Yeah, well, the G.I. Joe movie will literally steal this idea in about 4 years.
Man, I hope so. It was pretty cool.
They do.
Oh,
do you remember, doesn't Serpentor shoot an arrow?
Oh, no, not an arrow, but he throws, like, snake spears.
Oh, that's right,
He
yeah.
turns the snakes
Same idea.
Yeah, it really is. You're right. Yeah, he strings out a snake. He shoots, like, an arrow into the Valkyrie lady. And when they pull it out, it went really into her. Like, she's real messed up. Like, that snake was off in her guts.
Ate some guts.
Yeah, his guts floating around. Like, eels up inside you, find an entrance where they can.
Hold me, Conan. Kiss me. Feel me.
I like, she's like, let me breathe my last breath into you. And I was like, man, that's some weird romantic shit. That's what I'm into. Hit me up on Twitter if you like kind of gross, weird romance, because I'm the man for you.
Be careful, because like some people's level of gross is what they consider kind of gross, you would consider way gross.
Mine's more like macabre shit.
Yeah, no, you need to be more specific about your level of grossness.
I mean, like, don't pee on me when I'm not ready for it.
Or when you're ready for it.
If it's in the shower, it's okay.
Just wash right off, I'm certain of it.
Yeah.
Tell them to send in R. Kelly. I'm staying with my eyes.
They're gonna send her to Valhalla, shiny and chrome.
Shiny and chrome?
Chrome.
Chrome.
So this is where, a wizard man is like, you can't light a fire up there, no fireworks there, because whatever that stone circle is. Mm-hmm. But I think it has something to do with chrome. Because Conan just straight up lights it.
Yeah.
So I think that stone circle, especially because it's a stone monolith, you know, like in Celtic lands.
It's Crom.
Has something to do with Crom. That's his area, and Conan's one of his dudes.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, I'll let you fire, bro, but you gotta start respecting me again.
Brah. I like the wizard man's like, fire not gonna work up there, and then Subida's like, I don't, fuck you.
Why wouldn't it?
What do you know?
Poured a lot of gas there, man. Yeah, so it does work. And then they know he coming. Thulsa, oh no, he coming. Thulsa doom. So they start doing Roman shit. Yeah. You know, like building like plunging pits and booby traps and fortifying and shit. That's how the Romans won most of their battles, because they were just like building shit all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, basically they built a fort every time they camped.
Yeah. One time, they're fighting the Gauls, and they built a wall around a hill city that was already that was...
I built 2 walls.
Yeah, and then they built another one behind them because another Gallic army was coming to help out.
Yeah, so they laid siege to the city, beat the city, and then turned around and fought the other.
Yeah, well, no, they fought both at the same time. They just had like 2.
Yeah, but I mean that's how they managed to.
Yeah, that's
crazy. Goddamn Romans.
I would have been pissed to be a Gaul back then.
Me too. Well, I mean, your ancestors were pissed about it.
Why are these guys showing up? I mean, not our ancestors, probably. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows when... Well, there's people in Ireland already at that time.
But I mean, Celts are Gauls, and Gauls are Celts.
They are linguistically, as far as like Greek and Roman shit goes, but then the people of the British Isles might not actually be the same ethnic group as people are considered Gauls or Celts in Northern Europe and Spain and France and stuff. So I don't know. There's some shit to it. There's only one way to find out. We go back in time.
Going back in time. They have a word. Subadai and Conan have a word conversation here about blueberries.
Yeah, you're right. They do. But this is Conan calls for Crom's aid finally.
Yeah.
He should have just done it earlier because it seems like Crom really helped him out.
Yeah, he's like, Crom, I don't necessarily believe in you. I don't necessarily don't believe in you. But, you better give me some revenge here, or otherwise go fuck yourself.
Yeah, like, I mean,
That's my relationship with God.
Yeah. That's my relationship with the Enochian gods of Aleister Crowley's Dilemma. I don't really believe in them, but if they want to help out, that's cool. But, nah, not really. I don't believe in shit. Hit me up on Twitter if you're a girl that doesn't believe in shit. I'm the man for you. Yeah, so Thulsa Doom and his gang, scum gang, they're back.
Oh, that's right. This is where they die.
Mm-hmm. They're just getting wrecked, honestly.
Yeah, considering it's just him, it's Conan, Subadai, and the wizard.
Yeah, but, I mean, Crom's helping out. They're blessed by Crom in this fight. Also, Conan should have been using that big ass axe all the time, because he's just like fucking cutting dudes in half and shit. Just use that. Chopping it up horses, all that stuff. Subadai is spearing people, shoots some people with arrows. Yeah, he gets stabbed in the leg, real wimpy like, trying to crawl up the hill, but the wizard saves him, so that was nice. Yeah, Conan has his final confrontation with Thorson and the other guy. Booby Trap gets Ollie real good, and I was like, man, that fucking sucks. Because then he wouldn't die instantly. He's like, ooh! And then, surprise, surprise, a shiny Valkyrie shows up to help fight the other guy, Conan. Yeah, and that's because she said she was going to do it, but also probably because of Crom. Also, earlier in the movie, Conan was talking about Crom, and he's like, I gotta do a good job fighting on Earth, otherwise I can't go to Valhalla. Valhalla didn't exist to Crom Crook or Crom Dove.
Yeah, well, again, Robert Howard's just kind of throwing things together.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's talked about Valhalla in the actual story.
Yeah, I feel like that they just...
That's the movie.
People kind of know what Valhalla is. People definitely know about it now because of Mad Max Fury Road. People don't seem to understand that it's also like a real existing concept outside.
I feel like Marvel movies should have given them, but I don't know if Thor talks about Valhalla in them.
No, not really.
Yeah, right?
They, Asgard.
Woe be to my father.
My father.
My mother.
Yeah, so he chops the shit out of the other guy after getting Valkyrie help. And it looks like the day is won. All that's left is Thulsa Doom. What's he gonna do?
Thulsa Doom's gonna shoot some more arrows at his princess. He's like, if I can't have her... Wait, I can't... If I can't have her... I can't do a good arrow.
I don't know. No one can.
Have her, no one can.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's CNN.
Yeah.
This is CNN.
But Sumatai saves her. He does like a baseball dive with the shield. And he's like, man, fucking whip. Yeah, because Thulsa Doom just runs off. He's like, damn, I suck. Conan's like, damn, my sword broke too. He's sad because it's like, man, I've had this sword since I made the cave skeleton.
Since I met future me.
Yeah. Like Thulsa Doom's going back home, I guess. But Conan's like, you know what?
We're gonna follow him.
We're taking care of this today. I know it's been a long day. You'd think he'd be like fucking exhausted after that fight. But he's like, nope. Still got some work to do.
There's lots of blood in like the last 10 minutes of this movie.
It is fucking so cool. This final little bit. When they didn't kill Thulsa Doom at the end of the ring battle, I was like, oh man, lame. But never mind. Never mind.
He gives a cool speech. Everybody's carrying torches. He's like, "You're gonna burn the world."
Yeah, he's ready. He's tired of this shit, man. He's like, I can't have these goddamn barbarians trying to step to my shit. They don't even know what my fucking Kool-Aid's about. And then Conan's like, yeah, right. So Conan's being sneaky. He's all sneaky deaky. He kills some random guard.
Yeah.
I like how he cuts his throat. You can see him just kind of digging it into him. Yeah, violence was cool. Sneaks up on Thulsa Doom. Just whacks him.
Yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. Like, these guys are so ready to like burn down the world. Like, how do you stop them? Even if Thulsa Doom dies at that point, you feel like they still burn it down. But here's how you do it.
You chop his motherfucking head off and throw it down the
steps. And I actually think there's one step further after this, is that Conan just walks down the steps and walks through the cult like they're fucking nothing. And then then they throw down their
I like him just throwing the head down there, and then he does his WWE signature move, and they're all just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it.
Conan 316 says, I just cut off your head.
Yeah, he's babyface now. He honestly could have turned them into his cult with that.
That's right.
Conan
has no need for a cult. Conan solved the riddle of steel.
Yeah, because he's individual exceptionalism.
Right.
And Rand. I think
wait, who grows the food then, Ayn
Rand? She died on welfare. She thought she was
You're gonna get so many people on Twitter about this stuff. Probably not.
No.
Hopefully after, what episode are we in? We're 18 in, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully you know now that I think Ayn Rand is shit.
Yeah, I don't know why you would think we were going to say anything respectful about her. She's
I kind of like Anthem.
She's a fraud. What?
Kinda.
I mean, it's alright. There's like 8
out of all of her books, that's the one I'm like, yeah.
Okay. This is what should have happened to Ayn Rand.
Luckily, Conan. Throw it down the steps.
Throw it down to her cult personality. Then we wouldn't have Paul Ryan and all these other libertarian dickheads.
Man, that'd be great.
But, Conan can only do so much in 1982. And what he decided to do was kill Thulsa Doom. And it was the best fucking scene in the movie. Well, actually, I don't even know that for sure, but it was really fucking cool. It's no, like, Thulsa Doom makes a great big speech. Conan just comes out, stone face, doesn't say shit, cuts off his head, throws it down, and his cult's like, fuck.
I guess we're throwing all the torches in this water.
I'd probably be like, alright, yeah, this is a bad idea. Shouldn't have done this in the first place. So that's it. Conan the Barbarian is a dope movie. I fucking love it.
Yeah, this is part 2 of the Sword and Sorcery Retrospective. We're gonna do Night Stalkers next, right?
Death
Stalkers. I kept making that mistake last time too, I think.
Oh, Death Stalker. It's not gonna be as good as Conan, unfortunately, but I don't know what is at this point.
As far as actually who is a better person, I think Beastmaster might be a better person than Conan.
Oh, it's hard to say. Knowing what I know about Conan the character in like the short stories and
I don't pay attention. I'm just in the movie.
Oh, in the movie, I just Conan in the movie is just kind of like he's just an avatar for masculine violence. He doesn't have much personality or anything. Yeah, which is all you need for a pulpy movie like this. Is like, I'll imagine I'm in this world. And I'm just fucking badass. Alright, cool, I'm Conan. Got it.
Conan.
So it works, but yeah, there's not much to him. Beastmaster. I can't say he's a better person, but he is more of a human being.
More of a person.
Yeah. But that's the thing, I don't mind it at all in this movie that he's got such low characterization. It's just like fucking, I don't care, man. No dialogue, just fucking weird running around barbarian guys, stabbing people, doing sex, like whatever. I'm into it.
At some point, we'll have to watch the sequel and then the spiritual movie, Red Sonja.
What's the Conan the
Conqueror?
Yeah.
And then Red Sonja also has Arnold in it and James Earl Jones too, right?
Oh, really?
I think it does.
Whoa. And then eventually we'll have to watch the remake with Jason Momoa.
No, we're not.
We'll have to watch Cole the Conqueror.
I forgot he was in that.
From like 1998.
They just saw Jason Momoa in Game of Thrones, right? And they're like, oh, he could probably play Conan.
I think he's Conan.
Oh, so they saw him in Conan. They're like, oh, he can play Drago. It's not Drago. Drago is Rocky IV.
Called Drogo.
Drogo. Same
it's kind of it's similar.
George R. Martin.
Well,
names things in the same vein as Robert E. Howard.
His gang is Khan.
Yeah.
Called Drogo is, or he's Akon. Akon.
Any one of them. Akon.
Alright, that's it. Conan Barbarian. It was good. I loved it. Deathstalker's next won't be as good.
Way to lower my expectations. Now.
Yeah, but it's gonna be fun. Deathstalker's gonna be really fun to talk about.
Fun.
Yeah, but Deathstalker. That's what I mean. Is like it's not gonna be good like Conan, but it's gonna be really fun to talk about how goofy it is. Before just to go off on that philosophical tangent again, I think there's a lot of like threads that exist in Conan in the stories and in this movie and stuff that exist in some fascist ideology and exceptionalism, existentialism, things like that, blah blah. But I don't think it checks all the boxes for that being the case. I think it is like just a simpler, broader, like, you know, salt of the earth kind of like, yeah, do what you can.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I'm fine saying I like Conan the Barbarian.
Whatever gets you through the night.
Yeah.
It's alright. As long as it doesn't hurt other people.
Mm-hmm.
Unless they're trying to hurt you, then you can hurt them back.
That's right.
If anybody tries to kill you, you try to kill them right back.
Yeah, but twice as hard.
You can catch us at adventureproductions.com. My Twitter handle is @ASeanMcDonald. You'll catch me streaming on Twitch every Monday through Friday. I just finished Resident Evil 2. You'll see that on YouTube. Actually, by the time this comes out, I'll probably be playing Resident Evil 0. I'm going to play through the whole Resident Evil series.
Resident Evil. Everyone, you can even do like the light gun shooter type one?
No, just the main series. Like, I'll start with 0. I started with 2 because it's the
one that came out.
But I'll do 0 next, then 1, the remake of 1. And then 3 will be fun because I'll have to use like the PC version from like 1999. Hopefully there's some mod for high definition graphics. We'll say.
I know there's one for Resident Evil 2, so there probably is one for Resident Evil 3.
So, well, I mean, people like Resident Evil 2 though.
People like Resident Evil 3, just not as much as Resident Evil 2.
I will say I haven't played Resident Evil 3 since it came out. I didn't like it as much as Resident Evil 2, but thinking about Resident Evil 4 and then what I played of Resident Evil 5, I think I'm gonna like Resident Evil 3 more than I remember.
I guess you're about to find out.
In probably like 2 weeks.
AdventureProductions.com
or Space Force.
Space Force, Adventure Productions.
Deathstalkers.
Deathstalker.
It's
only a singular Deathstalker. He's our main character.
Oh man, YouTube's and Adventure Productions, Twitch's.
Yeah, check that shit out. We got Patreon now too.
That Patreon, buy advertisements or something.
I'm trying to get that last podcast money. I'll
take any.
Yeah, we're just trying to get money. Help. Space Force.